So this video is just a little follow-up or recap of the blog post I just did talking about my morning routine. This is just in case you would rather watch a video than read. I'm still going to ramble. I ramble when I write and I ramble when I talk. So feel free, please, to listen on double speed. This video won't have any editing. It's just one of my little quick thingies. So here's my little chart that I'm so proud of. And I just almost finished the first week. So here's Thursday, and then we have Friday and Saturday over there. And I drew extra lines because I realized the boxes were really fat and I could fit more check marks in them. So that's what the extra lines are. And then over here I had little edits that I had to do already. And something that I changed is I have a different list for Sundays than I do for the rest of the week. They're mostly the same. I just cut out like workouts and I added some extra stuff like that I would do on a Sunday that I maybe wouldn't normally do on another day. So yeah, so I'm just going to kind of go through this little list again and talk about how I've been able to make it successful and ways there are things that maybe haven't been so successful. So a cycle that I have when I work on a morning routine is I will start with something really, really simple. Like I'm going to do a 1-minute plank every morning and not worry about anything else. Just do that 1-minute plank before I get on with my day, and that will be my morning routine. And what usually happens is I'll add to that morning plank a back stretch, and then I'll add to that 5 minutes at the piano, and then I'll add to that 10 minutes of reading something. And a couple weeks will go by and I will be able to be really consistent, and I'll build up this morning routine that's maybe 30, 40, 90 minutes long, and I have to make sure I get up on time in order to make it work. And then something will happen. I will get burned out either because I'm busy during the day, or I have a day where I got to bed too late, or something will happen and this morning routine just won't it won't happen for a day, and then it won't happen for 2 days, and then suddenly I don't have a workout routine anymore, and I don't have my whole morning routine anymore. So I do fall into that trap of trying to get too much done, doing too many things in the morning. So I'm just going to keep it really, really simple. I had a really easy time with the long fast that I did in October, November, and especially December. Just had this, that crazy, weird, buzzy fasting energy, and I was able to get up really consistently. My husband's been getting up really consistently with his new job. I guess it's not a new job anymore. He's not the new guy anymore. He's been there 3 months. But anyway, he has to get up now, where with the job he had before, it didn't matter what time he got up as long as he spent a certain number of hours there. So that's been really nice. I've been able to have class every morning since the start of the year. I haven't gone every morning, but it's being available to me, and that has also been a really big help. So kind of having this nice mix of a set routine where we're getting up at a good time, but also flexibility. If I don't feel good, I don't have to go to class, and I don't have actual work until noon or 1 most days. But then I do have to make sure I have some kind of morning routine because I work sometimes as late as 8:45, and then we'll have a commute home. That can be anywhere from 15 minutes to 45 minutes. So I don't have a lot of options for having a nice evening routine, even though I do have one item that always gets done in the evening that I will tell you about. Okay, so my morning routine for, I'll just kind of go through the everyday one, and then if I see something on Sunday I want to share, I will share that too. Okay, so the first thing I do is I pray. I'm a religious person. So I get down on my knees. That kind of helps me focus. And I pray about big things in my life, like my marriage and my goals and my family, and little things like, help me to not be a jerk today, or just anything that's on my mind. And that's usually pretty brief. I don't spend a long time at it, but it is a moment to just kind of sit and reflect. And then I have a little gratitude chart. If you do go visit my blog, chevaldanswer.com, I believe this one is called My Morning Routine. You can see a picture of the little gratitude page I have. I just have a bunch of items written on it, and I just write anything that has improved my life. It can be the name of a coworker, or my parents, or my slow cooker, or our microwave, or my cats. Just something that I know has made my life better. And the next thing I do is my cold shower. And I set a timer for 5 minutes, and I will sometimes turn on music on my phone or some kind of motivational talk, and that just helps my brain get through it. It is getting easier, but some mornings when it's been below freezing all night long, that water is really, really, really cold. But I need to take advantage of the cold now because when it gets to be summer here, cold showers, and it just is when it's so hot during the day here in Salt Lake, they're not really anything, and then I can step out into a hot summer. So, gotta enjoy them icy cold while they're icy cold right now. But that's only 5 minutes in the cold, and then I'll take anywhere from 5 minutes to 10 minutes to kind of warm myself back up, just depending on how I'm feeling. Um, yeah, next thing I have is piano or vibraphone. So I'm a little bit guilty with the piano playing that I do for ballet classes of, I can go weeks without ever sitting down and practicing because I have so much music that I know already. I can get through several classes without repeating myself, but at the same time, I get tired of some of the music, or people will request songs that they like, and I want to keep improving. I don't want to be a boring pianist, so I keep, I have this practice commitment that I've made, and it's honestly between 5 and 10 minutes. Sometimes I will run seriously a song that's a minute and a half long, and that is all the practicing that I do. So, along with the idea of keeping this short and non stressful, I just have to touch the piano basically. But, touching it a little bit every day, 5 or 10 minutes every single day, is a lot more beneficial than deciding I'm going to learn a song in a weekend and practicing it 3 hours a day for 3 days and then trying to make sure I know it well enough to play it for class. I'd rather would work on it for 10 minutes a day for a month, and then I know it'll work in class. I don't have anything prepared or preparing right now on the vibraphone, but I'm working on arranging something right now. So hopefully I'll be able to add that in soon. That's why it says piano and vibraphone, even though right now I'm just doing piano. And the next thing on here is scripture study, and I'm kind of combining that right now with language study. I'm working on the Book of Mormon, which is a book that members of the LDS Church hold to be equal with the Bible. And I kind of do in my overall scripture study, I kind of alternate between reading the Book of Mormon and the Old Testament, New Testament. I just kind of cycle through. Right now I'm on the Book of Mormon, and I'm working on reading it in Spanish. So it's going really slowly, but I'm learning a lot. Okay, sorry, there's a kitty. I don't know if she's trying to get under the couch or what. Okay, she just went under the couch. Wow. The couch is 2 inches off the floor. That means my cat just compressed herself into 2 inches, and she's up in the couch. Okay. I love having kitties in my house. So I'm kind of hitting two birds with one stone there, getting my language study and my scripture study in, and that's been really nice. And that, again, is kind of a low commitment thing. That's one of the bigger items I do. Sometimes it waits till a little bit later in the day so that I know I have about 15 minutes to sit and read. Sometimes I want to read 4 pages every day because that's going to help me finish it by the middle of July. But sometimes I'll read 2 pages in the morning and 2 pages a little bit later in the day. And yeah, but we're going to talk about flexibility in just a minute with this whole routine thing. After that, I have meditation. So I plug this little phone in to some headphones, and I'll either pick a YouTube video or some music off my phone, and I'll meditate for 5 minutes. I'll kind of chant something to myself or just sit here and listen and try to hold still and do some deep breathing. I've been trying for several years to have a solid meditation routine. I tried the Headspace app, and it was cool, but I didn't want to pay for more of it. And the little reminders to do it every day were a little bit annoying. So I've just found that some kind of sound that pulls me out of being in my regular life has been really helpful. And I just sit here and listen and stroke the cat if the cat decides to sit on my lap. So that's been nice. One of the phrases I've been chanting lately is, I have plenty of time, because I never feel like I have enough time. So that's just been something that kind of helped me feel calm through the rest of the day. I have plenty of time to get through everything that I need to do today. Sometimes the stuff I want to do has to wait till the next day, and that's okay. So I'm not perfect at it, but I'm working on it. After meditation, I try and make some kind of post on my business, and that usually just means posting a photo of some of my dancewear items on Instagram. It could be that simple. Or it could be a video that I liked that was about dance or that was about ballet, and I'll share that to my business Facebook page. Just something really simple, so I'm making a little bit of noise on my social media every day, just something small. And once in a while, I'll do something big. I need to do another Instagram giveaway, working on getting some items ready for that. But just so that I kind of keep my business at the front of my mind, because it's really easy for me to forget about it, and then an order comes in, and I have to get my brain all reorganized to get an order going through for somebody. So just kind of keeping me accountable there. A lot of this is accountability. A lot of this whole routine thing is accountability. And yeah, that's really important. What gets measured gets managed. After posting about my business, I try to play with my kitty cats. They need a certain amount of play, they need a certain amount of stimulation in the day. I do have this window behind me. We have a bird feeder out there, and they are strictly indoor cats, so they're not allowed out to go actually eat the birds or bother them, but they love to watch the birds out here. But they need interaction with me too. So I have a bunch of toys and a little, I'm looking over at it right now, a big cat tree that they climb up and down. So I try to give them some attention, even if it's just petting them, but giving them some specific one-on-one attention in the morning. And that way, if I'm gone all day or my husband's gone all day, they got a little something and they're not waiting all day long with nothing. And then I give them a little bit more attention here in the evening time. Unless they smoosh themselves under the couch, then there's no way I can get at her. Waiting for her to come out. Okay, the next thing is taking my weight and my measurements. So I just have a chart up in the bathroom. This one's really easy. I usually do it before or after that cold shower. Step on the scale, write the number down. I have a measuring tape in there too. And this is a nice one because it just takes 13 seconds. It's a really, really short and brief one. But again, what gets measured gets managed, and that's what I'm working on. This next one is kind of interesting. This is another kind of accountability thing as far as my body composition. I have a couple of items of clothing that I think of as my skinny clothes, and I will put them on every couple of mornings to just kind of see how they're feeling. If they're feeling snug, then I go, maybe I need to fast a little bit longer, or I need to figure something out. And when they feel good, that's great. It's been a while since they've felt like really comfy, but that's something I'm hoping to work on in March. But that's just another way to kind of feel the shape of my body, not just see the numbers when I write them down. Both are useful items, useful tools. The next one is my personal blog. This was really important when I was doing daily updates, in October, November, December. In January, I gave you all a break. In February from the dailies. Thinking about doing dailies in March, just because I have some goals there. I might consolidate things a little bit better though, but we will see. And then, so related to my little nose strip here and me trying to stop being a mouth breather, because I have these teeny little nostrils, but they're nice and spread out right now, is a jaw and tongue workout. So I don't know if it's just me or the whole internet, but this orthotropics thing has started popping up everywhere, and I'm into alternative long-term fasting, different weird diets. So it's actually no surprise that this kind of came to my attention. And so basically what it is face recomposition by strengthening your tongue and jaw muscles, these right here. Just trying to get cheekbones higher, the jaw more defined, and, just the shape all around here. I've never liked the shape of my neck. I've always had like everyone in my family was just kind of this triangle shape, and I think it's because we do have these small noses and then a lot of us have allergies, so all of this just kind of stays relaxed all day, and so we all kind of look like this instead of let me angle the phone just right, instead of having a jawline and high cheekbones. So this doctor, one of them is a Dr. Mike Mew, I guess, and he claims that you can change the shape of your face. So that's a project, and it seriously takes another minute and a half out of my morning. So I'm going to see how that goes, and I'll update you on that in a couple of months, I guess. I might not get a lot of changes because I am over 30, but we'll see. He says that people as old as 60 have seen changes in their face from working on the muscles maybe the bone's set, but the muscle can be toned. Also, if I lose 5 pounds, shape of my face changes anyway. Okay, the last thing on here is a workout or class. And in January, I was demanding of myself class every day and working out every day. And I would actually do double workouts if I missed one. And then I was also biking to and from some of my workplaces. And, just beat my body up. And I was eating too much to compensate for how tired I was and, put a little pudgy on. So now I'm being a little bit more generous with that. Workout can mean just some stretching. It can mean doing my full workout. It can mean that I went to class. It can mean that I went to class and did a workout. It can mean that I taught for 5 hours and stretched with my students. It can mean, pretty much anything, just as long as I do something physical for the day. So as far as being flexible with this, I make sure I get through each of these items in the day. So today was kind of a weird day. I didn't have work like I usually do. This ended up being house cleaning grocery day, when usually that happens on Fridays. Ooh. So just kind of a weird day. So I did jump up and I got the first couple items done. I did my prayer and gratitude and I got through the cold shower, but then I decided to go shopping and do the laundry. So I didn't actually practice the piano until later this evening or do my meditation, and I stopped in the middle of the day and did my scripture reading between doing writing and tax stuff. So all the items on my list did get done, they just didn't get done right away. Tomorrow I have class in the morning, and then I go straight into teaching for the afternoon, and then playing the piano in the evening. So I'm going to get up and try and get most of these things done. I do try to group them. I get the hardest thing, I get an easy thing done first. That's my praying and my gratitude list. Then I get the hardest thing done, which is getting myself through that icy shower. And then I sit on the couch with my phone and my books and my cat, and I try and get my scripture reading, my meditation, and giving attention to the kitties, and my business post, if I can just do it from my phone. Try and get all 4 of those done, in one shot while I'm sitting in one spot. So kind of grouping has been really helpful with that too. So yeah, this is something I've been able to be consistent with, and as long as I'm flexible, it's been really good. One more thing. A lot of these things, especially the meditation one, there's a short version. I can sit down and do a 10-minute meditation with my music, but if I'm rushed and know that I'm probably not going to have another chance to do it in the day, I will do, I'll just sit and do like 10 slow breaths and call that my meditation for the day. Or sometimes my workout has been, I do, some kind of quick jumping thing and then stretch my hips out. Just something, just so that I'm touching each of these little things a little bit in the day. A bodybuilding coach that I used to follow said sometimes you just have to put the movement in, even if you're not doing maximum weight or maximum reps. Just touching on an exercise or an item kind of keeps it in your brain and prepares you to do it better when you have more time and have more energy. So yeah, that's my morning routine for now. It could change. It has already had one iteration where I've tweaked some things. So I just hope that I can be consistent with these items and they'll help me reach my goals. So yeah, if you have something that you do like this or you wish you did, share it with me. Maybe you'll have a great idea of something I should add, or a way I can make it a little bit more streamlined. So yeah, I wish you happy feasting, happy fasting, and happy dancing.